Hello, my name is Jennifer Faulkner, Training Coordinator here at QuoteWerks. In this video, I will show you advanced features for creating kits and bundles in QuoteWerks. Before watching this video, I strongly recommend watching the Basic Bundles tutorial video first to gain a thorough understanding on how to create and use bundles in QuoteWerks. Let's begin by editing an existing bundle. In this video, we will be focusing on line type and line attribute settings. But first, I'm going to review sort order and quantity. The quantity field allows you to adjust the quantity of the individual item when added to the quote. Let's increase the quantity to 5 for this item. The sort order code allows you to define the order in which the items in the bundle will appear on the quote. By default, the sort order numbering appears in multiples of 10. However, you can enter any number into the field and the list will sort numerically. This item here is the last item in the bundle. To make this item the first item to appear in the bundle, I'm going to change the sort order code to a number less than 10. I'll now add this bundle to the quote. Here is the item I just edited. Now, this item is the first item in the bundle, and the quantity for the individual item is set to 5. Now, let's take a look at line type settings. For a simple bundle, you are able to select any line type you see here. However, group bundles only allow you to make an item a product/service, a comment, or a heading. All other options will be grayed out. Let's go over what each line type does. For your products and services, the line type for this item should be set to product/service. The product/service line type is most commonly used and is selected by default when adding an item to a bundle. A comment line type is used to provide additional information such as descriptive notes. A subtotal line type is used to display a subtotal dollar amount. A running subtotal line type will show you the running subtotal also in a dollar amount. A heading line type is used to insert a heading for sections or categories. A section header line type is used to add a heading with a subtotal for the items in that specific section. I will now show you how to add these line types to a bundle. I will start by adding a comment line. In order to add a comment line, you must have already created comment lines in your product database. Here I have created a folder called Comments. I've created items for commonly used comments, as well as empty descriptions that can be used to type in notes on the fly when added to a quote. I'll go ahead and add a comment line to the bundle. Once I add it, I'll edit and change the line type to comment. Be mindful that line types other than product/service cannot integrate with the line attributes, only print line. You will want to uncheck any other line attributes, or you will get this warning here. Now let's add a subtotal line to the bundle. I'll then edit the line and select subtotal for the line type. I will make sure that I uncheck hide price so that I don't receive the same warning. Now let's add the running subtotal. I'll click Edit, then select Running Subtotal. I'll now add a heading line to the bundle. I'll then edit the line and select Heading for the line type. I'll also need to change the sort order code for the heading to appear in the right place. Or, in a simple bundle, you can manually adjust the order of the items directly on the quote. If I try to manually adjust the items of a group bundle, it will remove the item from the highlighted group. Lastly, I will add a section header to the bundle. Edit, Section Header. Now, let's add this bundle to the quote to see how the line types display. Here is the comment line. A comment line is a line item that only displays the information in the description field. The subtotal line will add up all the items above it. The running subtotal line will also add up all of the items above it, but will disregard any sections it may be in. Take note that the subtotal is based off of the section that it is in, and the running subtotal ignores section headers and just continues to add up the total in relation to where it is placed. The heading line here displays a section on the quote to let the customer know that these items are under the same category. This will display the same as a comment on the quote workbook, but is different on a quote. A heading is bolded and a comment is not. Lastly, the section header is here. This will simultaneously document the category these items are under, but will also display a subtotal on the same line. Now, let's take a look at the different line attributes available in a bundle. Here are the line attribute settings. Line attributes allow you to add characteristics to the individual items, such as hiding the price. By editing the line attributes in the bundle ahead of time, you will have the flexibility to customize your bundle. By selecting Exclude Line, the line item will not be printed and will not be included in the quote total. This is useful for when you want to exclude a particular item, but don't want to remove it from the bundle as you may need the item for certain scenarios. By selecting Hide Price, the price for the item will not be displayed on the quote, but will be included in the quote total. This is useful for when you do not want the customers to see breakdown prices for each item in the bundle. When you create a group bundle, this checkbox will automatically be selected. By unselecting Print Line, the item will not be displayed on the quote, but the price for the item will be included in the quote total. This is useful for when you want to hide the description of the individual items, such as service charges, and show only the total price for the bundle. By default, this attribute is always selected. By selecting the Option Line attribute, the line item will be printed on the quote, but the price will not be included in the quote total unless checked by the customer. This is useful for when you want to include optional items on your quote for a possible upsell. Additionally, an optional item can be marked as selected. This flags an item as being optional, but will be selected and included in the quote's total by default. This is particularly useful with our cloud delivery service QuoteWerks, which allows you to present one or more options to your customer and pre-select a recommended option. By selecting Print Picture, it will display an image of the product if you have a picture associated with the item and the layout you select supports images. Including pictures in your quotes is a great way to have a visual presentation of your items and enhance the look of your quotes. By selecting Hide Quantity, the line item will be displayed on the quote and included in the quote total, but the quantity of the item will not be displayed. Finally, Allow QV Quantity Change will allow your customers to change the quantity of an item on their quote. This is a great way to let your clients feel like they have control of their quote and allows them to make adjustments on their own without having to call in or email your staff. Customers are only able to adjust the quantity in QuoteWerks. I've created a bundle to illustrate how each line attribute behaves on a quote. I have identified each line attribute with the item's description. Each item in this bundle has a unit price of $100. I'll now add this bundle to the quote, then preview a quote layout. This first item has the Exclude Line attribute. The line item does not appear on the quote, and the price is not included in the total. It's like it doesn't even exist. The second item has the Hide Price attribute. The line item is displayed on the quote, but the price is not displayed. However, the item's price is included in the quote's total. The third item does not have the Print Line attribute selected. This item is not displayed on the quote, but the item's price is included in the total. The fourth item has the Option Line attribute. The item is displayed on the quote, but the item's price is not included in the total. The fifth item has the Option is Selected Line attribute. The item is displayed on the quote, and item's price is included in the total. The sixth item has the Print Picture attribute, and as you can see, there is an image displayed with the item. The seventh item has the Hide Quantity attribute. The item is displayed on the quote, and the price is included in the quote total. However, the quantity of the item is to not be displayed. And lastly, the eighth item has Allow QV Quantity Change selected. The item's quantity is able to be adjusted by your customer here. The last advanced setting I will show you today is how to change the text of the Custom and Custom Memo labels. Just a reminder that the Custom and Custom Memo tabs are only available when creating a group bundle. Most labels can be adjusted in the system by holding down the Control key and double-clicking. However, when you try to change the label directly in the Edit Bundle window, it will not let you. These labels correlate to the labels in the Product Lookup window. This is where they will need to be adjusted. I will go to Products, edit an existing item, or create a new item. For my example, I'm going to go to the Custom tab. Now I can hold down my Control key and double-click on the label I wish to edit. I will change mine to say Color. If I go back to my bundle and click on Custom, I will now see my updated label name. However, if I go to my quote workbook, I will see the name did not update. To update the column names in my quote workbook, I will go to View, Customize Columns, then I will look for the corresponding label name. The one I adjusted on the product lookup window was custom text 1, so I will look for it in this list. Once I have found the label I am looking for, I will simply double-click the name to edit. When renaming a column, there are two options, line 1 and line 2. This simply adjusts the word placement on the actual workbook. For example, for shipping price, shipping is line 1, so it shows on the top of price, which is line 2. Once I have finished adjusting the name, I will click OK, and now my column's label has also been adjusted. As you have seen in this advanced bundle tutorial, there are many ways that you can customize your kits and bundles to aid you in the process of creating your documents. If you have any questions or need assistance, please contact our tech support team at 407-248-1481 extension 3 or email us directly at support@QuoteWerks.com. Thank you for watching.